Hello everyone, my name is Linh and today I'm going to talk about hospitality law. What is hospitality law and its application in restaurants? Hospitality law includes the rules and regulations that govern businesses in the hospitality industry like hotels, restaurants, bars, and event venues. Some of the key areas of hospitality law that matter most to restaurants are food safety regulations, liability and negligence, health and safety regulations, and consumer protection laws. There's the case that lays the foundation for my case, which is the Mix versus Ingersoll Candy Company in 1942. This case involved the issue of foreign objects in food and established the foreign natural test. The court in Mix decided that natural substances, like bones, cannot lead to liability because they are a normal part of certain foods, and consumers should be cautious when eating. Now I will proceed to the case that rule for natural and foreign substances has been adjusted slightly to better address negligence claims when restaurants fail to take proper care in preparing food. The case that I will present today is Mexicali Rose versus Superior Court, which is Clark as a defendant in 1992. Jack A. Clark, a customer at a restaurant, ordered a chicken enchilada and hurt his throat on a 1-inch chicken bone that was in the dish. He sued the restaurant for damages, claiming they were negligent, violated an implied warranty, and were strictly liable for his injury. Clark argued that the restaurant was careless for not removing the bone, making the food unsafe to eat. He also said that he didn't expect to find a bone in the enchilada, and that's not a common knowledge that bones could be there. Additionally, he sought punitive damages, claiming the restaurant acted maliciously by initially refusing to help him get medical attention. The plaintiff argued that the defendant could be held liable for breach of implied warranty under California law, strict liability because the food was defective and dangerous for consumption, and negligence for not preparing the food with reasonable care. The question the court needs to address is whether a restaurant keeper may be held liable for serving food containing substances natural to the product that, when consumed by the patron, cause injury. Now we are going over the court's proceeding and rules. For the first claim, strict liability applies when food is considered dangerous beyond what an ordinary consumer would expect based on common knowledge about its characteristics. People can generally expect that certain dishes like chicken enchiladas might contain natural ingredients like bones. Therefore, this claim is denied. As to the implied warranty claim, food must be reasonably fit for human consumption. However, the presence of bones, which are natural to the type of meat served, did not breach the terms of this warranty. Courts have stated that a reasonable plaintiff cannot expect a chicken enchilada to always be free of bones, and restaurants don't have the duty to provide a perfect enchilada. The case continues to proceed with negligence claim. The court adopted a reasonable expectation test, which focuses on the conduct of the defendant. This allows for an evaluation of whether the restaurant exercised reasonable care in food preparation. Therefore, it's reasonable to expect that a restaurant will take care in preparing food like chicken enchiladas, ensuring that any bones present are small enough or in a quantity that wouldn't cause harm. It's also foreseeable that a large bone could cause serious injury if swallowed. Finally, we come to the court decision. The court concluded that a restaurant could be held liable for negligence if it failed to exercise reasonable care in food preparation, therefore allowing the plaintiff, Jack A. Clark, to pursue his negligence claim. In summary, the court decided that the old rule from the mixed case, called the foreign natural test, should no longer be the only way to decide if a restaurant is responsible when someone gets hurt by something in their food. For natural substances, such as a bone in the chicken, if the item is expected in the food, it isn't defective, and strict liability or breach of warranty claims don't apply, though negligent claims are possible if the restaurant was careless. For foreign substances, for example glass, Customer can claim strict liability or breach of warranty if the item isn't inspected and makes the food unsafe. Negligent claims remain valid for both situations. So now we come to the analysis. How does the rules create equity? The mixed rule from the Mix versus Ingersoll Candy Company states that the restaurant are not liable for injuries caused by natural substances in food, such as a bone in a chicken pie, under strict liability or breach of warranty. It also held that restaurants are not negligent for serving food with natural components like bones. However, in the Mexicali Rose versus Clark case, the court found that the rule was too rigid and allowed negligence claims, shifting toward holding restaurants accountable if they failed to exercise reasonable care in food preparation. This balance encouraged better food safety practices while acknowledging the reality of food preparation. And for reasons for developing the rules, the court expanded liability to include negligence, aiming to enhance consumer safety by holding restaurants accountable for their food and reducing injury risk. It emphasized that consumers should not bear the risk of improperly prepared food, even with natural ingredients, reflecting evolving societal expectation for food safety. This decision sets a legal precedent on future cases involving natural objects in food, potentially deterring legitimate claims by establishing a high bar for proving negligence. Overall, the ruling underscores restaurants' duty to minimize risk through careful food handling, addressing both natural and foreign substances to protect public health. And here are the resources that I used for this presentation. And thank you for listening.